non-formal communities that the transfer educations we occurs from through the educations like workshops, online course and communications. Why education is compulsory for every person? The education is the key to unlock the golden doors to the freedom because without education you are nothing in the bad society. Your education is most important. Without education you are nothing and it's very wrong. Persons who helpless, students who hopeless, their parents, teachers and etc. It's totally wrong because education is most important to every and each person that education is the key. It's not education is the key to the success because education is the keys and it's not educations to everything you have must be skills like communication skill, management skill and organization skill. You have to the way how do you communicate your elders, parents, teachers and you must be that the way of your communication is perfect. Now we talk about personal development. With the help of education, you can develop your personalities, character. With the education, you develop your personal growth. You can live a successful life. You achieve your goals and social process. With the help of education, your goals, your process of your lives must be perfect. The society are not bad, but the members of society make the society bad. So the education is most important to each and every citizen of India. You must be educated because the society bad. You must be born, you make your society perfect, good and a positive thinker. The next is economic development. With the help of education, you make the economic develop. The strength of economic is very bad in India, so you must be employable and make the strength of our economic strong. Now we talk about the system aims to provide a foundational education, skills, values. Second one is prepare students for careers, personal growth, and etc. And last one is foster critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. We talk about government initiatives like NEP 2020, the National Educational Policy. Its main goals are like to increase GER up to 100%, the education from the primary sectors to the secondary sectors. The main goal of NEP is to increase and the quality of education in your system. The current state of education in India is very bad and complex that every citizens, students are faces. Like the quality of education. It's most important that the quality of education is perfect because we talk about the quality of education most in the rural areas like there are schools but not perfect. In the primary sector, the schools are good. The government given them monies to teach their students, to learn about their students, but the teachers of that school make the students nonsense like they're not teaching. They come their schools for their entertainment so that the primary sector students are illiterate. The educations that given is not qualified. The education of qualified is most important because a high education to every and each person is most important because without a perfect education, the citizens of India are nothing. So, a qualified education is most important. The government practice that education is most important and the most qualified at a high level with the secondary levels and at the in the 2030 the educations are labeled at higher and higher and soon in the future. Next, affordability. The most and numerous challenges facing every citizens in a rural and a cities area both that's affordability. Every parents or every students, educators are not faces the affordability of their higher fees, tuition fees, school fees because they have not money, they have not economic strength, they have not perfect salaries, they have not economics, so it's very and much challenging that the education is most important and without affordability they not handle the education. The higher fees of education, the higher fees of institute, universities is very low and the education is most important because because the affordability, if the citizens are not able to learn, educate, educations because the higher fees of the schools, tuitions, universities, and institute. The next is teacher shortage. It's most important that the teacher is very good and qualified. Opportunities of teachers vary must be trained because the teachers make the future of the students, make the future of educators. Without the teachers, nothing. In the schools, we talk about like primary sectors. There is the teachers came to school. They come their entertainment not for the teaching of the futures of the students. They not give the schools to be teach the students. They only give the entertainment. They using their phones while the students while in the schools. Then, especially in earlier sons, we talk about the students of primary sector, especially swimming the sweaters, like they using the phones, tablets for the purpose of using their entertainment. It's totally wrong because the government gives them monies for the students, for the rising the futures of students, their futures of India. So that the teacher must be use the monies, use their knowledge to every teach and every students, educators is most important because the every there are in rural areas they are not paid fees, but every and each student have must be educations because if any teach and educations perfectly persons came to talk them, they are foolish, perfectly made foolish because the education are not perfect came to them. The next is effect of digital. After COVID-19, the students are divided into digital. They're not interested in the phones, they are not interested in educations with the help of phones digital. They are divided into digital. They use the phones only for playing the games. There are many things in the phones. They use the tablets, laptop, and extra digital things for their entertainment. They're not using the digital things with their educations, with the help of educations. They use the phones only for their entertainment, playing the games and the YouTubes. You must be your future and must be your fans, like an education person that educated. Not any cricketer, players, or YouTuber is totally wrong because your future is dependent on you must be made that your education is perfect so that you must be educated with the help of digital things totally dependent on you how you use the educations how you use the digital thinking so you must be opportunate that you must be use the digital things with the help of things educations knowledge and extracts you must be have to communicate the skills you not use the phones digital things that you playing the game, using the YouTubes and extras app, you are must be wrong because you use the bad ads like many apps there in the phones. You must be use the phones for your educations because education is your future and your parents are waiting for your future. And the next thing is challenging faces the education system of our India. There are many challenges that every and each citizen, especially students, are facing in our India. That is poor infrastructure and school closure. We talk about in rural areas, there is nothing like there are nothing basic essential facilities like washroom, toilet, cleaning water, classroom, libraries, etc. It's not in the primary sector, it's also private sector. Private sector has some better than the primary sector. In a primary sector, there is nothing. There is a tap of water, but in the tap of water, there is dirty water claims. The students infected with water's disease and the constant of center of that school not cleaning the utensils perfect. They cleaning the steels as they want. The infections, disease, viruses, bacteria are kept in that utensils and the students of that school eat that in utensils, uses these utensils and with the foods, the viruses, bacteria are in their body. And it's very dangerous proof that every schools that dirty work are held on, it's totally bad and their future is totally in a darkness and their body stands, physical, mentally disturbance are there. And second is the quality of education and teachers' shortage. It's most important that the teacher must be opportunities of training. A teacher have a capabilities and experience to teaching because capability and experience are teachers not able to teach a person is educators. It's most important a teacher must be qualified because a teachers make the futures of students. It's most important that what the teacher must be qualified. Like we talk about in the primary centers, to teachers came to school for the entertainment, they not come for the teaching the students, educators. The education of that school is very bad. It's totally depend on the system. The teachers, there is also corruption in education. It's totally wrong because the higher and rich person give the monies to every and each like teachers head of that school at very higher places. They give the monies for their children to that they replace the bad and poor teachers or students to replace their jobs for the rich person. It's totally wrong. Every and each citizen of India are corrupted. Even they not left the education. In education, the rich person give the monies to take place the jobs of their children. What about the poor children? They have not rights to educate. They have not rights to educate. No, it's totally wrong. The corrupted people take the rights of poor children. They work hard for their parents, teachers, and other things. Their economic strains are really bad, so that in that work they work hard and make their future bright, so educate. But the rich person came there and left their opportunities, sections, and other. And other is rising costs and affordability. It's most important that the education is affordable. Every person and citizens, if they are poor, they have not afford the education system, they're not able to gain the education that we want. The higher fees, the tuition fees, and each case, as you all see, that each and every educators are not able to educate because they have not money, the economic strains are very bad, and they're not able to teach, they're not able to learn their children, students. So the parents make efforts to work hard, they work on the field, they work the roads, and etc. So that is totally wrong. And if open the schools in a rural area, the fees of that school is very low because each person in rural areas not have its strong economics, so the fees of that school is very low. And if you want that each and every educators and have education, so that we must be have to fees is very low. And the persons that teach, the educations that given to all the students must be perfect and qualified because there are inequality in educations, the loyal, riches, persons that make the education perfect and qualified. But what's about the poor student? They have not fees, they have not educations, they have not perfect economic, so that they are not interested in teach. They are not have interested in education. It's totally wrong because every and each citizen of India have education, have rights to education with the Act of RTI 2029. It's very wrong that 2009 is the Act of RTI. With the help of this, every and each citizens of the students have education, qualified education, a training the students, a training teachers, that students, that a teacher, and training must be. And next one is brain drain. Brain drain is very a complex problem in every and each student and the employment. The brain drain is the if persons have ability to knowledge, skills, values, and etc. But they are employable, they are unemployed, and their skills they move, they take their transfers from other countries. They're not interested in their own countries. The countries will losses of their talented people, that the talented students that lost their countries, like the talented students, talented teachers, are gone on other countries for their salaries, employment, economic stress. It's totally wrong. The brain drain is a very complex and like is spread as a every talented and each its either students and teachers, that every Indian system wants a perfect talented teachers and students, because students and teachers, the education is most important, and teachers and students are the futures of that school. And maybe that's children that teach perfect and have a qualified educations that labeled and they increase their perfect schools, countries, they rise in their names of schools, district, state, and their country soul. So that you have must be education of qualified and a teachers that opportunities to training. You have must be choose the teacher has trained, because the training without a training as teachers nothing. It's not a mind that every teachers have knowledge. It's nothing without experience and capability. A teacher is nothing. So must be you choose it's the students' priorities that you must be choose the teachers qualified and intelligent and the capability and experience. The next is the uh, improvement opportunities. It's most important that improvement in our education system, that every and each person is improved, because like time management skill, we must have that time management skill, like we manage our skills, like you arrange, we must be have outreach skill, communication skill, and each persons have. The conclusion of education system is that ultimately the education system has a complex and multifaceted in that topic we must be have. So this is the conclusion of our education system. May the discussion, may the topic inspire the future of the collaboration and innovation. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much.
So students, this is how Selvi Yadav puts his ideas about the education system. So I request all students, please have patience. We will provide proper time to lunch for you. So I request our honorable manager, please appreciate the students according to your words.
Dear Principal, respected teachers, students, इस तरह से बच्चे हमारे बोल सकते हैं, देख करके बहुत ही गौरव की अनुभूति हो रही है। इतनी लंबी स्पीच आपके द्वारा दी गई और इतनी सहजता से, सरलता से और ऐसे भाषा का प्रयोग आपने ऐसे वर्डों का प्रयोग किया जैसे कि आसानी से समझा जा सके, काफी सुंदर लगा। हम आप सभी को यही कहना चाहते थे और चाहते भी हैं। टीचर्स हमारे लगे हुए हैं, मिनिस्टर सर लगे हुए हैं। आप सभी का भी ये कर्तव्य बन जाता है कि कैसे हम लोग अपनी फ्लुएंसी और कैसे इस पे अपना कमांड स्थापित करें, क्योंकि वर्तमान में जो समय चल रहा है ये पुनः वापस नहीं आना है। अभी आपको तत्काल ही बता दें, कल ही नीट का पेपर हुआ है और पेपर्स में ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पुट अप किए गए जो आउट ऑफ बच्चों से उनकी कंट्रोल से बाहर था। फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, कहीं न कहीं काफी बच्चे मायूस भी हुए। तो हमें समय है, हमें आगे उन सब एग्जाम में बैठना है। इस नाते आप सभी से ये आग्रह है कि आप सभी ऐसा परिश्रम अभी से करो कि आगे के एग्जाम में आपको ऐसी दिक्कतें ना आनी पाए। और रही बात इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग की, तो अगर हमें बैठना हो तो ये मुझे लगता है 24 आवर्स में भी स्पीच खत्म नहीं हो पाएगी बच्चों की। लगातार आप बोलोगे, ऐसा एक बच्चे को देखने के बाद ऐसा लगा है कि 24 आवर्स भी कंटिन्यू ये कॉन्फ्रेंस चलेगी तभी ये पूरा कार्यक्रम समाप्त नहीं हो पाएगा। इसलिए सबको बोलने का अवसर मिले, इसलिए थोड़ा शॉर्ट करते हुए सभी लोग बोल पाए इसका प्रयास करना है। और जो हम बोल रहे हैं ये लोगों के, स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जाए, ये जो अपने क्लास में छोटे भाई, बड़े भाई, सिस्टर्स जो भी हैं, उनको लगना चाहिए कि हम बोल सकते हैं। और बोलते वक्त अपनी भाषा में इतनी सरलता होनी चाहिए कि लोगों को इतनी प्यारी लगे कि वो आपसे बात करना चाहे, आपकी बात सुनना चाहे। ऐसा प्रयास करना चाहिए। आप सभी को मेरा ढेर सारा स्नेह है। और आप भी मेरे कहते हैं ना कि कॉलेज स्कूल के जो कहने होते हैं वो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, वो भी स्टूडेंट्स में जो स्टूडेंट्स स्कूल के अनुसार होता है। तो मुझे आपसे बहुत उम्मीदें हैं, सर लोगों से भी बहुत उम्मीदें हैं। सर तो बैठे ही हैं आगे, पूरी टीम आपके साथ लगी हुई है। आप अगर सहयोग करते हो और हम लोग अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स कर सके, क्योंकि छोटी सी बात बता रहा हूं, मेरे टीचर्स जब गांव में जाते हैं तो लोगों के घर जाते हैं, और जब घर से आते हैं ना तो उनकी जब मैं बातें सुनता हूं तो मन में एकदम व्यथित हो जाता है। किसी का घर प्लास्टर नहीं है, किसी के घर में फैन नहीं है, किसी के घर पे छत नहीं है, किसी के घर पे सही से हैंडपंप नहीं है, किसी के यहाँ चेयर की व्यवस्था नहीं है। ऐसे गार्जियन आपको नीट एंड क्लीन करके, समय से फीस जमा करके, आपको पढ़ा करके अपने घर का परिदृश्य बदलना चाहता है, अपने घर परिवार की स्थिति को अच्छा करना चाहता है। उसके मन में एक लालसा बनी हुई है, जो हमारे टीचर्स बताते हैं कि क्षेत्र की जनता की उम्मीद बनी हुई है कि सनशाइन में मेरा बच्चा जाता है तो कुछ न कुछ बन करके ही निकलेगा। और उस उम्मीद को पूरा करने का काम मेरे प्रिंसिपल साहब, मेरे सहयोगी टीचर्स और आप सभी का है। क्योंकि हम लोग बदलना चाहते हैं। क्या बदलना चाहते हैं? अपने घर की व्यवस्था, अपने पिता की उम्मीद, अपनी मां की उम्मीदों पर खरा उतरना चाहते हैं। मैं गार्जियन की उम्मीद पर खरा उतरना चाहता हूं, प्रिंसिपल साहब गार्जियन की उम्मीद पर खरा उतरना चाहते हैं, टीचर्स हमारे गार्जियन की उम्मीद पर खरा उतरना चाहते हैं, आप अपने माता पिता की उम्मीद पर खरा उतरना चाहते हो। सब लोग मिलकर अगर काम करेंगे तो निश्चित तौर पर बेटा हम लोग आगे जाएंगे। तो ज्यादा आपका समय नहीं लेंगे। मेरी एक भावनात्मक निवेदन, अपील है, आग्रह है, अब भी समय बीता नहीं है, हम लोग अभी से प्रयास शुरू करें। और जो बनना है वह मन में ठान ले, जो बनना है मन में ठान ले और उसके अनुसार परिश्रम प्रारंभ करें। ये सनशाइन अपना खून का एक एक कतरा आपके उत्थान में, उन्नति में, आपके प्रोग्रेस में, आपके आगे बढ़ने में लगा देगा। क्योंकि हम लोग पैसे के लिए स्कूल नहीं खोले हैं, हम लोग आपको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए खोले हैं। पैसा तो एक जीविकोपार्जन है, वो पैसा आप देते हैं, उससे हम अपना जीवन निश्चित तौर पर चलाते हैं, लेकिन उससे पूरा जीवन चलाना, इंजॉय लेना ऐसा नहीं है। उस पैसे को हम लोग आपके लाभ हेतु ही लगाते हैं। उसका 90% खर्च आपके पढ़ाई लिखाई, आपके टीचर्स, जनरेटर, बस और आपकी व्यवस्था पर लगाते हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि आपके पैसों से हम अपना नुकसान उसको अन्यत्र गलत तरीकों से कहीं खर्च करते हैं। तो हम अपने हृदय से ईमानदार हैं आपके प्रति। आपको अपने गार्जियन के प्रति अगर आप ही ईमानदार हो गए तो निश्चित तौर पर यह सफलता मिलेगी। और स्पीकिंग तो इंग्लिश आप ऐसे बोल रही थी बिटिया, मेरा तो मन गया, मैं सर से बोला कि इसको इस बार एनुअल फंक्शन होने हैं, उसमें इसको हम लोग निश्चित तौर पर स्टेज पर बोलवाएंगे। तो ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। और आप लोग अच्छे से तैयारी करिए, सब लोगों का सहयोग जितना चाहिए उतना लीजिए, लेकिन जरूर की उम्मीद पर भी खरे उतरिए। थैंक यू बेटा।
Class 11, go from back side, firstly boys and after that girls. We will provide 10 minutes to take your lunch. Class 11, only 10 minutes we will provide you to take your lunch. After boys, girls will follow them. And the rest of the students who are to participate, they will also go and bring their tickets, they will take, and after that again we will resume after 15 minutes. Okay? आप लोग ऐसे ही बैठे रहेंगे या फिर आज ही लंच करेंगे, क्लासेस आपको दे दी है और थोड़ा सही रहेगा। लंच लेके आइए, वाटर लाइए और फिर थोड़ा आप लोग का रिज्यूम हो जाएगा। Be fast, be fast. 10-20 में शुरू हो जाएगा। अपने जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट पेपर है